How's it going, everybody? Playing some more Minish Cap today, and today we're going to be making some progress towards the next dungeon, and then hopefully the video after this one will be of the next dungeon, which is up in the mountains. I do like this area that we'll be coming up to. It's mountainy, of course. There's actually climbing, which I don't really know if you could say there's actually climbing in the 2D Zelda games. I mean, the Oracle games, it just kind of goes up vines. There's no real climbing animation, but this is sort of like the first time you really see climbing in the 2D games, which is pretty cool. We'll get our first bottle of this video as well, and then I don't think we'll be getting another heart container, but we'll be getting pretty gosh darn close. So next video will be for sure 2 more heart containers, because one from the boss and then one from the heart pieces. So with that being said, in terms of like extra stuff we can really do this video, there's a heart piece we can get. There is the bottle, although you need the bottle, so it's not really extra. But this house here will give us some bombs, and I think we'll actually be getting the bomb upgrade this video, if I'm not mistaken, because I believe one of the fairies is up in the mountains. Although in my last playthrough I missed it until like post-game, I finally found her. But now that I kind of have a general idea on where you find her, and then I believe the capacity upgrades to 30 bombs instead of 10, so that'll be a nice little upgrade. And then aside from, I want to say we're going to be getting 2 heart pieces, because there's going to be one we get from getting the Kinstone bag, which will be coming up in just a bit, and then I want to say there's for sure one in the mountains. No, I think there's 2 in the mountains that we'll be getting in this video, so that's pretty neat. And aside from those, everything I mentioned previously, I think that's going to be all the extra stuff we're going to be really doing. For sure the one Kinstone fusion. There might be one in the mountains as well. I'm not sure about that. We'll just have to see. But that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. You can kill these spiky dudes by reflecting them, or deflecting them off your shield, whatever word you want to use. I personally don't want to do it, so I'm just gonna ignore them. And I believe this house here has a Minish in it that you can talk to once you get the Kinstone bag. Yeah, so I believe, I want to say this is one you get one of the beanstalk fusions, but I could be wrong, because there's several beanstalks that you can grow throughout the game with Kinstone fusions, and what those will do is usually there's going to be a piece of heart at the top or some rupees or shells. From what I remember, I think heart pieces are the majority of the rewards for those, but there's the occasional seashells and rupees as well. Although there is a neat little, I don't know, I guess exploit, would you call it? Or cheat? I don't know what you'd call it in this case. So due to the fact that the Switch has the save states, you can actually get like infinite rupees via this little trick with a minigame that you unlock later on. I don't know, I guess it'd be considered an exploit, because it's not a glitch. I mean, it's an intended way to get rupees, just by, I don't know what you'd call it. I think it's an exploit, but maybe not. And with these little tablets that are all over, they're going to be used to fast travel later on, but can't do anything with them until, I want to say, after, maybe after this one, otherwise it's after 3, but I want to say it's after this one, but maybe not, I don't know. After this one, this dungeon coming up, where there's going to be a few more side stuff we can do. Nothing, I don't think there's anything too exciting, besides from some heart pieces. Can't do anything with these fairies because we don't have a bottle yet, but eventually they, okay, I guess they revive all your life energy. I thought this was like Minish Cap, or Majora's Mask, where they only give you, was it 9 or 10 hearts? But maybe it was switched for this game, because I know in Link to the Past they also only give you a certain amount. I believe, yeah, this is the Kinstone guy. And the dude with snot coming out of his nose is with him for some reason. So the Kinstones are, I guess, little rewards you get for doing, or for mixing certain pieces together. Some of them are really cool, some of them are kind of lame rewards, and some of them are actually items or upgrades, so we'll just have to see what we all get from these later on. So there's gonna be this guy, for sure, and then I'm gonna get the, there's a homeless person up in the mountains. Not a homeless person, but like a hermit, I guess. And I don't remember what he gives us, but I think this is for the heart piece. So this, excuse me, Southern Hyrule Field. So that is just going to be by Link's house. And then I think I might need some more rupees to get the rupee bag upgrade, or wallet upgrade. One thing we can do quick is training with Swiftblade. Now, this game, I believe, was the introduction for sword techniques, so you can actually do some cool abilities in terms of 2D capabilities. Our first ability is the spin attack, and he demonstrates what it is and tells you how to do it. Some of them are more useful techniques than others. Like, I think the spin attack in this game does double damage, like it typically does. I don't know if that's an oversight or not, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem to do double damage. I believe it's just a sort of if you're cornered sort of thing. But there is an upgrade later on that allows you to do fast spin attacks. Not quite like the Ocarina of Time in Majora's Mask game, but it's still faster than normal, which is nice. So this will be our first fighting technique, which I'll add to the side. And then I think I just kind of gotta grind for some rupees quick. We need 80 for the wallet, so if you don't want the wallet, you can just skip ahead and... Okay, it's not the snotty kid. I thought that was the snotty kid for some reason. I don't know where he is at right now. And we can suck these guys up. I don't remember what this spot is for. I want to say maybe Beetle. I don't think he'll come right away, so I have to wait for that. And then there's a Goron as well. Maybe that's for the Goron. It's for one of the two, but for now, I think I'm just going to grind for some rupees, and then I'll come back once I get that heart piece as well. Okay, so this is just going to be me showing the heart piece real quick while I'm still grinding for the rupees. I did get one Kinstone piece as well, but if you don't get, like, some people are going to be more lucky with the RNG getting the Kinstone pieces than others, but really, there's going to be better ways to grind later on than just slashing everything, so just, if you have the money, you can go ahead and buy the wallet, but if you want to cut some grass, go for it. Alright, so we finally have enough rupees for the wallet, although we are going to need 20 more rupees for the battle. I want to say there's a 20 rupee piece up in the mountains, like right away in that first area. So if you don't have the 20 rupees, don't worry about it. There's going to be some up there. But if you really want to grind by cutting bushes, throwing rocks, go for it. Otherwise, we're just going to head up there to get the money. I don't think there's really too much we can do in the town besides mixing some Kinstone pieces, but I don't really have too many at the moment, so we're going to pass on those for now. Just gotta demonstrate our spin attack real quick. Like so. I don't know what the postman's waiting for. That was weird. But our first battle is gonna be down that ladder right there. And it's gonna be off to the side, off to the right. There's a bombable wall. However, I do like checking these rocks for seashells, and after this dungeon, I think I'll probably make my way to the seashell place. Actually, I don't know if I can yet, but as soon as I can, I'm going to make my way down there just to spend some seashells so I don't max out on the 999. But there's our first Kinstone piece. Well, that I recorded. Then... besides the Hermit, I don't think there's any other pieces that I'll be mixing in this video. I'm not entirely sure what the Hermit gives us. It might be something good, but I don't know. I don't think it is. But you never know. And then those walls there will be unlockable later with an item. And you'll notice there's a little vine or plant that's not grown. And unfortunately, because Link cannot carry water, in any way, can't do anything with that right now. We do have another Deku Scrub right here, so I can take care of that real quick, like so. And then he's just going to give us some advice about where his friend is, where the bottle is. And that's just in case you missed the cave or missed the spot, which I actually did in my previous playthrough. I missed that bottle spot. I don't know how, because it's marked, but it is slightly hidden, so I'll give myself that. But we have the 20 rupees now, so we can go and get the bottle. And then we're actually going to need to use the bottle, I want to say 3 times, maybe twice? Maybe it is only twice. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We'll be able to come back to this room once we upgrade or get the Picori blade completed, and then do stuff with that block. And then collect this nut at this dude, and then he's going to offer us a bottle for 20 rupees. I don't know why he has it, but he has it, so that's convenient for us. And then we can make our way up to the mountains. Slowly but surely. Normally I'm not a fan of the whole mountain areas in Zelda games, but I really like this area. I didn't think I would, because in my first playthrough on the 3DS, I was a bit younger, and I think that was part of the Ambassador program, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really enjoy it too much, but now that I'm older, and kind of actually played through the Oracle games and all the mountainy areas in the games, I really like this area now. It's got that whole Rocky vibe going for it. Not actually Rocky Balboa, but rocks. And then, if you're concerned about these little spiky things, you can just suck them up with the Gust Jar. And then, sometimes I think they'll drop rupees. Other times, not so much. That's okay. But at least you know how to deal with them. And these Tektites are kind of annoying because they're all jumpy, but some of them do sit in place, which is nice. And we are getting a little low on bombs, but I'm pretty sure some of these enemies will drop some at some point, so I'm not that worried. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to head in here yet. Let me just check. And I believe this guy's going to offer us bombs. But before we progress into the mountains, we are going to need some green water. And that is not a good deal, so we're not going to take that. Might even be able to slash some of these bushes for bombs. Okay. So we'll just head on over here, get ourselves some green water. You'll notice this little area here. One way to tell if it's a bombable wall, you can use your sword and stab at it, and if it's bombable, it'll make a weird noise. And if it's kind of in a obvious spot where something might be hidden, good chance that it's bombable. Well, I probably should have grabbed those bombs, but hopefully I'll find some more sooner rather than later, because I'm gonna for sure need them at least 2 more times. So let's just hope that there's some bomb drops. But in case you're wondering, the reason we're going over here is just to get the green water, because some of the plants only grow from green water for some reason. I'm assuming in-game it must have something to do with the minerals inside the water that allow plants to grow. Maybe overexposure to sunlight? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with plants. This kind of seems like it's a recycled area from the, what was that area called? The Minish area? I don't know. Coreytown? Littleville? I don't know. And we don't need this water anymore, so we'll help this out. And actually, I don't think you really need water for anything else, aside from that one plant. If I'm not mistaken, because, I don't know, that's so weird. You only use water one time. But anyways, now that we're big ol' Link again, we can jump down here. We got the mineral water going, so we can make our way up the mountains. But I just want to see if there's any rupees in here. Nope, game's not being generous today. That's okay. So now we can head in here. Oh, there's our bombs. There we go. I was getting a little worried. And then I want to say there's only one way to go here, so just head up these steps as soon as we kill these keys. And I don't really get why they're called keys. Why not just bats? As what's-his-face said, we can kill these guys by taking off their masks and then just slashing them. I don't know what these guys are called, though. Oop. Oop. Okay. Alright, so aside from pulling things towards you and pushing things like away, the Gust Jar doesn't really have too many exciting uses. You do use it to get some items at some point. But other than that, it's kind of a useless item. At least after these first few areas. But I guess you could say that about all the items. At least in some games. Just what game was it? Where, like, you only use the dungeon items once? Well, I know in Majora's Mask you the light arrows are kind of useless. I mean, sure you can get the money with them. But they're only really used in one. It seems like all the arrows in that game, if you really think about it. Like, ice arrows, they're just used for that, the dungeon, and then just making, like, 2 platforms here and there. Speaking of arrows, there are light arrows in this game, and I actually forgot to get them in my previous playthrough, so I gotta make sure for 100% purposes that I don't miss those again. Because that would be very, very bad. And now we can actually afford to buy some bombs. However, I don't want to do that because that's some backtracking, and I'm not a fan of it. So, we're just going to keep going and hope for the best. And then we are going to need the Gust Jar up here. You can kill these guys. I don't think it'll affect anything because I'm pretty sure they'll still reappear when you're small. And there's a little hidden Minish thing right here. So just use this real quick. And the way being small works, Link keeps his strength. Which is interesting, because you'd think the enemies would die in like one swing, but they don't. So I don't know what that's about, because, like you'll see here in a second, Link can lift these huge, huge plants. Like he's ripped, clearly. But for some reason he can't kill these enemies in one slash when he's tiny. I don't know, it's weird. I think we can throw that. Oh. Well, that's one way of doing it. Wait, am I missing? I think I might have missed a little Minish hole. Let me look. Yeah, there's one off to the side. Hang on, we'll go get that. Alright. Because you can see that little vine up there. I don't remember where that leads. So we're about to find out. assuming this is for a heart piece, but I'm not 100% certain. One thing I've found easier about these 2D games is that using the analog stick isn't always the best idea. So I like using the arrows a bit better, especially around these little areas when you can actually fall down or impale yourself, which is not good. But if it happens, it happens. Oh. Okay. So that's everything we need to do while we're tinying this area. I think we can make our way up the mountain now. Just gotta clear these spikes away. And I wonder what the Gustra does with these little spiky things. Because everything just comes out as gust. So, does it eat them and then spit them out? Or is that how it's fueled? I don't know. But we'll be getting one of our next items pretty quickly here. I believe this is the correct way to go. Fortunately for us, we have one bomb left. Okay. You know, you get so many blue and red pieces all over the place, but it seems like the green ones are super rare for some reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because those are supposed to be the random pieces? I don't know. I just always found myself, like, never having them. And then let's try not to screw this up. Oh no, I did this wrong, didn't I? Okay. Time to reset the room. Kinda wonder why the 3D games don't really do these push block puzzles more. I mean, they're kinda basic, but it's something, you know? Maybe for like a beginner dungeon. Alright, let's not screw this up this time. So up, and there we go. Looks like there's only one way to go, and that is up. And then actually we're gonna be getting an item that allows us to climb up rock walls because Link, for some reason, can't do that right now. And it's actually a bracelet, so I don't really know how that works. Because it's not a glove, which would make more sense than a bracelet, but I don't know. I don't get how that works. So I'm assuming this must be like magical or something that allows him to climb. Or it somehow stabilizes his wrist and that allows him to get a better grip, because it's only one grip ring. And I guess you could say certain rings go around your wrist, right? I don't know how it works. And I don't think we need to go down that side, so we're gonna backtrack this way, and then I think there's a wind crest at the very top, but can't do anything with that yet. Just gotta make sure we collect them all for the time being. I just want to check what's up here. I don't think we can do anything here, because I think this is something you need to duplicate for. But I just checked that twice, didn't I? Yeah. Some days I just forget what I'm doing, you know? And it looks like there's a bombable wall here, so let's see what's behind here. I think this is gonna be a heart piece, if I'm not mistaken. But you never know, maybe it's gonna be some rupees. Okay, it was a heart piece, awesome. And then I don't think we'll need water anymore, so we can keep this fairy with us. And then there is the bomb upgrade coming up. I don't remember where that is off the top of my head. Is it up here? Or is it down? Let's just look real quick. Because I know the Hermit's going to be over here, but I don't remember if the bomb upgrade's on that little hole on the left, or if it's down. I want to say maybe it is down. And that was not very useful advice, but it was something. And I'm not entirely sure what this Kinstone fusion does. I think it might be a Minish house, but maybe it's a heart piece. I don't know. Could also be shells, because the game is generous with shells. You just gotta be careful that you don't get them when you're already maxed out, because then you're maxed out and you're losing out on the shells. So just be careful about that. And then the Great Fairy is either on this right side here. Nope, it must be down lower. Yep, this is it right here. Okay. And then I believe she'll increase our bomb capacity to 30. And there's a few more fairy fountains in the game, giving you random upgrades. Let me think. There's some for increasing the spin. No, that's like a swordsmith that teaches you that. There might be some for arrows as well, but make sure you don't lie to her, otherwise I believe she strips you of all your bombs, and we don't want that. But the sprites for the fairies are really interesting. They don't seem like too exciting. They seem kind of lazy, if I'm being honest. So I don't know what's up with that. Then we'll just keep on climbing. And we're actually pretty close to the next little dungeon area. We just gotta keep on keeping on a little bit more. And this little spot here is for one of the beanstalks later on. And then we just gotta fly across here, and then we'll be just about there. And then, if you listen to the music here, it's actually the Stormy theme from Link to the Past, which is pretty cool. And it's pretty fitting too, because it's raining out for some reason, constantly, on this side of the mountain. Perhaps there's some curse going on that Link was unaware of. I don't know. And then we got a little rolling puzzle here. If you make a mistake, you can just reset the room by going back and then switching a screen. But it's fairly simple. Just want to push it the way I do. And then you can roll the rocks over rocks, which I did not know at first originally when I first played this game. But then I came to find out you can push rocks over rocks. And then we can just push this rock here out of our way. And there we go. And then we're going to head back into the mountain for a little bit. And then here comes another black room. Now this one's a little bit more confusing because there's more options. And I might actually screw this one up, so let's just see. If I can do this right. Okay, so... probably gonna need to push that block over on the right down. Because I can't push these ones. Okay, I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Actually, I should be fine. Right? I think I'm fine. Hope I'm fine. Okay, that still worked out. Good. And then I think we're just about there now. I know I've been saying that for a little while, but I think actually this time it's just one more time in the mountain, and then gotta exit, and then we'll be there. Oops. I think that happens if you, okay, I gotta take care of those pots, but I think that happens if you release, but then you don't push forward while you're releasing. Now, I don't think we need to use the jars, because I'm pretty sure we can just throw a bomb across. Although, I wonder if you're intended to use... No, there's no way you could use jars, because you're facing the wrong direction. So these just must be for storage, then? Unless you could throw them. You could probably throw one over, I think. Because, yeah, you can't turn while you're like this. No. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just for, extra items or something. And then you don't really need to be overly conservative with rupees, because later on there's going to be ways to get like max rupees easily, especially with the Switch version and the save states. If you're on a different console though, you might want to conserve your rupees, especially if you're playing on the actual Game Boy. Well, even then, I guess you can always save and quit every time you're about to make a statue, which would probably be very boring, but it is an option. And then, I always get confused by this guy, because I always think you're going to need some sort of lifting upgrade, but there's no lifting upgrade in this game, so you can just push him like that. Then I think this chest is going to be a Kinstone piece. So we could skip it, but why skip it, you know? Then I think we're at our destination. Okay, so all that we really have to do here is give the Elder the sword, and then he's gonna fix that up for us over the course of the next dungeon. Next video we'll be going through the mines, and then I don't know what the video after that one's gonna be. Probably a lot of side quests. I didn't mean to put them on there. You can talk to all these guys if you want. I don't know if they have Kinstones right away, but I know some of them do afterwards. Because some Kinstone quests unlock later on. Then we're just going to hand this guy the Picori Blade. And then with that, I think that's going to do it for this video. Just want to hand the sword to this dude. And then he's going to get to work on that. Alright, so next video we'll be going through the mine. That's all I have to say. So I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.